Hi everyone, welcome back to Shadowrun Returns. We just finished a very dramatic and very emotionally heavy episode. I hope no one found it too unpleasant, the subject matter. I don't find it too difficult, but it's a heavy one, without a doubt. Okay, no, we have 3 karma. I'm just taking a quick look. Quickness, we don't want range combat, because we're just punching stuff. Dodge isn't a bad idea. Close combat. Being component used to calculate the chance to hit. Well, we should save because we need to increase that. So we're going to get to the point, even with our magic, we're going to need more bang for the buck, you know? We're not doing decking, drum control. Chance to hit with magical attacks, we have no range attacks. That is not a bad idea, so we can give ourselves some magical resistance and killing hands. 2 attacks on a single target with a melee weapon. No big deal there, but used to calculate a chance to control spirits, increase the chance to hit with unlocks etiquettes that affect conversations. I'm considering getting one more than that if we get enough. Get another etiquette. But we first need to increase our close combat. I think ultimately that's what we need to do. But before we have that opportunity, we need to I think we'll talk to Jessica Watts. And then we'll go see about these people. At a glance, you can tell that Sam's sister, Jessica, is from a different world, the opposite of Sam in almost every way. Her suit is tailored, her eyes are sharp, and her style exudes authority. Miss Watts? Jessica Watts? She eyes you up and down warily. She does a good job of hiding it, but it is clear that she is well outside of her comfort zone. Yes, and you are? Hang on one second. Sip of tea. Okay, let's see what the options are here. Belong, I'm looking into your brother Sam's death. Name's Belong. I used to work with your brother, Sam. My friends call me Belong, and I count Sam among them. Yeah. We're going to go with the third one there. That's funny. I didn't think Sam had any friends. Friendship is defined a little differently in the shadows. Well, maybe former business partners is closer to the truth. No. Quality over quantity, I suppose. No. Friendship is defined a little differently in the shadows. I suppose it would have to be. So you're the one I was told about on the phone? A woman called herself Coyote contacted me this morning to inform me that my brother was dead, and that I should come to this place and speak to someone about an investigation. Sam didn't die of natural causes. He was murdered. That's right. And I'm hoping you can help me get to the bottom of this. I'm very sorry for your loss. We'll go with that one to see her reaction about Sam's death. Thank you. And I appreciate you coming all this way. I'm guessing the Barrens isn't what you're used to. I must admit, it isn't. None of this is. She then furrows her brow, regarding you more critically. You're not with the police, are you? No, I'm not. That a problem? Figured that out yourself? I'm getting that a lot lately. But no. By the look on her face, she is clearly struggling with this. I'll be honest, I would just as soon put all this behind me, and the fastest way to do that is through proper channels. Surely there's an official police investigation going on. Why not let the professionals handle this? I am a professional. Lone Star professional? Not the ones I've seen. I think they could use all the help they can get. But you must have better things to do than waste your time searching for whoever killed my low-life brother. That's the information I really wanted to know about what she thought about Sam, and we got it. We lowlifes have to stick together. Besides, I'm not doing it for free. No. With this kind of payday, few things I'd rather be doing. No. First, Sam was my friend, and second, I'm being paid for my trouble. I'll say that one. First, Sam was my friend. She seems genuinely surprised. Someone's paying you? I find it hard to believe that anyone who really knew Sam would put up the money. Who is it? Actually, let's see, Sam, he hired me from beyond the grave? No. I'm afraid that's on a need-to-know basis. No, that's too snarky. Actually, Sam hired me himself. I don't understand. It's called a dead man's switch. It triggered when he died. Am I to believe that my drunken sot of a brother hired you to find the person who killed him after he died? Her boredom mask drops momentarily, and in a sigh she reveals a brief glimpse of real emotion. I left Seattle to get away from Sam and this bullshit. Now I'm back. He's dead, and I still have to deal with him. Jessica composes herself, and in a breath, the mask is back in place. Listen to me, Balon. You seem like a decent person. Well, I'm trying to move on with my life. Our mother killed herself last year, and Sam was Sam. You know, I've worked so hard to put my family issues behind me. I don't want to see this drag on. Let's see, I'm closing in. I can feel it. No. You're not asking me to quit, are you? No. I would love nothing more than to give you closure, and quickly. It doesn't quite fit, but I like it. I appreciate that, but I think I'd prefer to just let it be. No one else needs to get hurt. On the streets, honor still means something. I'm sticking with the job. Sam's paying $100,000. $100,000, can you beat it? Your brother had my back when I needed him. I can't walk away from this. That's what I'm taking. Are we talking about the same man? My brother was worthless, Balon. Worthless. He used people. She sighs. She's done. Never mind. I can see that you are not going to let this go, and I respect that you are honoring my brother's memory, in your own way. But I hope you can understand how emotional this is for me. Jessica's demeanor instantly changes from reluctant to helpful in the spin of a single meditative breath. Maybe you can do things in a way that the police can't. And maybe I can help. What do you need from me? Oh, we got a long list here. Okay. Well, let's find out. When was the last time you saw or spoke to Sam? It's been ages. I can't even remember. The bartender here recalls Sam complaining about arguments with his sister. There was a note on Sam's body, sounded like an apology, an offer to meet up and bury the hatchet. It was signed Jessica. Nothing? Not okay, so these tip her hand for information we have. This one doesn't. Nothing? Not even a phone call? A letter? No, to be honest, I seldom thought of him before I got the call this morning. So, yeah, now that's interesting. Where were you on the night of Sam's murder? I will overlook the implied accusation and tell you that I was at a fundraiser. Oh my God, I can't talk. That sentence just brutal for me. Okay, sip a tea and I'll try it again. Okay, I will overlook the implied accusation and tell you that I was at a fundraiser all evening. A very crowded fundraiser. Did you know if Sam had any enemies? Sam's biggest enemy was Sam. I don't know of any others. You would likely know better than me these days. Were you and your brother close? I think I've made my feelings about Sam pretty clear, don't you? Yeah. You don't sound sad that he's gone. I mourned losing Sam long before he died. Show her the picture of her and Sam as children. Jessica takes the photo from you grudgingly, as if it might sting her. But that guard drops the moment she looks at it. Where did you find this? Sam's bunk. I can't believe he kept this. It was one of his few possessions he had. She studies the old photo for several silent moments. What happened between the two of you? Things were different back then. We were different. We were family. We were a family. Then after our father died, things began to change. And we couldn't get back to a new normal. With our dad around, there was always reassuring order to our lives. But after that, everything got mixed up. You can never really appreciate the importance of a person in your life until they're gone. The remorse plays wet across her eyes, and it seems that she's not just talking about her father. True words. Jessica then steels herself to tell the rest. Sam tried to be the man of the house. He truly did, but he couldn't handle it. Pretty soon he had spent every dime of our father's life insurance. Every dime. And after that was gone, with Mom working 2-3 jobs, he spent all her money too. I couldn't stand the way he abused her trust, so finally, I just had to leave. She holds the photo forward, one part of her ready to relinquish it, along with the past, and another looking to hold on to both. May I keep this? Please do. Thank you. Tell me about your mother and her death. She was a devout Catholic. I don't think it's an exaggeration to say that she sacrificed her life for Sam and me. But she turned a blind eye to what Sam was becoming, refused to acknowledge his downward slide. I couldn't watch her do it anymore, so I moved out. After I left, we drifted further and further apart. I wasn't here when she died. In fact, I didn't even know about it until I returned to Seattle 5 months ago. Where were you living before you moved back here? Calfrey? California Free State, I believe, is what that is, but it's been a long time since I've looked at the map. What brought you down here? It was less of what brought me here than what made me leave here. I felt lost in Seattle, so I moved to California. Okay, California Free State. To see if I could find myself. And did you? Actually, yes. While I was there, I developed a whole new outlook on life. A vision for what the world could become, and I came back here to help make it happen. I've taken up enough of your time. Thank you, Miss Watts. Just as well, I need to get back to the office. But before I go, you should know that I'm re-entering my mother's... Oh no, interring my mother's body tomorrow. I'm arranging to have Sam buried with her. The funeral is tomorrow at Our Lady of the Blessed Sacrament, 7 o'clock. You're more than welcome to attend. Thanks. Those other ones didn't feel like appropriate. Goodbye, Balon. I hope you find what you're looking for. Stay safe. Most interesting. Most interesting indeed. There's a few things that just don't quite add up. Okay, can we please talk to you? There we go. John Bartlett. Full of life, with a quick smile, the man tilts his head and watches you approach. Hey lady, what's shaking? A little of this, a little of that. What's it to you? Have you looked around? There's a whole lot of shaking going on. No, I like a little of this and a little of that. I hear that. Ame? I might have something for you if you got the Nuyen. Time is money. I'm listening. You ever hear of the Nephilim network? Of course you have. And in the know lady like you has to have heard of the premier Merc team out there. If you say so. We're a tight unit. We cost a bit more than the common rabble, but we're worth it. We're looking for a team, right? Van Grass, that's who we're supposed to talk to, I believe. Isn't it journal? That's not journal. Inventory? No. Oh shoot. What's... Okay? No. C? Well, C works. It's not exactly what I was looking for. But we will use that and increase our close combat. We will confirm that because we need to improve that. Okay, there we go. It's not what I was looking for, but it will do. Okay. Mr. Delahai. Okay, so hang on. Mr. Kawaki. Let's talk to Mr. Kawaki. And we'll talk to Coyote there. Glad to see you well, Balong. And you, Mr. Kawaki, holding down the fort? As always, though people are more on edge than usual. Word got around about the latest Ripper killing, and people aren't feeling safe. When people feel unsafe, They either go to ground or they huddle up. You notice how empty the streets are these days? That's because everyone's either locked in their squats, holed up in places like this, or seeking refuge in the nearest Universal Brotherhood chapter house. Safety in numbers, chummer. Not that we need numbers here. I got it covered. Let's see, I bet you do. See you later, Miss Kawaki. All I ever needed was one. Later, bud. I like this one. I bet you do. See you later, Mr. Kawaki. Later. Okay, Coyote, we can check in on her cousin. When Coyote sees you, her eyes glisten with gratitude. There she is, the woman of the hour. How are you doing? She considers. I'm good. I think I'm good. I'm done with BTL squats. Done with the crusade. The world looks pretty different to me now that I've got Gino back. What happens now? The other options, you still going to be a runner? Time to settle down, with Peiko? Now I'm going to finish my shift and get some sleep. I think I'm due for some. After that, probably buy some ammo. I'm running low. See you around, and don't forget about me if you need some backup of your own. So she's going to continue being a runner, which I think is important. Okay. Van Grass, please. No. Over here. Thank you. I'm very busy. You show me something? Yes. You show me something worth my time, or you walk away. Data from the NTSB. Rinky would pay to keep it quiet, and Ares would pay to know what it is. I've got 800 million for something like that. Etiquette Shadowrun. I know you'll double dip on this one. Make it 1,000. As long as you keep bringing me stuff like this, sure. Excellent. So we got a little bit of extra money from that. That was a good thing to grab. Okay. So I think we're going to hire Coyote and probably someone from here. But we may have to make sure that we have a decker. I don't know if we get 3 or 4. I forget. Mr. Delahai, if you are talking to me, there is business to transact. Am I right? Of course you're right. It's your job to be right. Let's see. Yes, Mr. Delahai. I have a need, and I think you can fill. Sorry, I have a need I think you can fill. Of course you do. That's why you came back. Really sorry about that. I will attempt to cut out the sound of the phone ringing, but I'm not too sure if I'll be able to, or mute it or something. Anyways, back. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Alright, now it's... Of course you do, that's why you came back. Street talk is that you are tracking the Ripper. What can I do for you, Ripper Tracker? I need to put a crew together. You got scratch, or are you planning to pay me out of your earnings? I can pay the runners up front. Excellent. We agree on terms. I've got some runners on call if you've got any special requests. I've got some stuff to take care of first. So first things first, I'm going to talk to Coyote to see if she's interested in doing this run. So, okay, come on. There we go. And Coyote. No, unless if she's in the list there. Now, let's take a look at the marks. Will I be able to click on them? You let me? No. Okay, so then maybe everything's all listed here. We'll find out. We'll put a crew together. And we'll get going. Okay. Yeah, I'm ready to go. Let's see him. Okay, so we have 2 open slots. Now, let's see. We don't want human adepts because, well, we're a human adept. Doesn't make sense. A decker is a good idea. I think we should have 1 decker. Let's see. A troll decker, if he can't find the data, he can fake it. If he can't fake the data, it doesn't exist. We already have her as a mage. A rigger might be fun. But a troll samurai, I think, is where we're going. Okay. Troll samurai. Because that's just some nice... Let's take a look, actually, at the skills. Ranged is 3, shotgun 3, rifle 1, dodge 2. Not the greatest, but okay. Inventory is those, that, grenades, nice. AK-97 and Mossberg. Okay, and your cyberware, none for a street samurai. Weird, that's unusual. Street samurai usually pretty heavy in that. Anyways. Now, the decker, I'm not a fan of just that word. Drugs and bites? Yeah, okay, let's take a look at you. You have a data jack. Your skills. Close combat, melee, okay. Dodge 1. Battletech, decking 2. ESP control. 2, not bad. Specialize in that. And inventory. The first deck made for Shadowrunners. Simple, street ready, and nearly indestructible. Not bad. Pistol. Now what the hell's that? Execute, attack, or ESP. Creates an attack. Okay, system program. Okay, yep, alright. I am fine with this. That's what we're going with. 2,300. Confirm. Hire these runners and meet Shannon at the NTSB warehouse. Confirm. Return to the docks. You return... Whoa, sorry. You to meet Shannon Halfsky. Although the Ripple and professional, a consummate runner by birth, if not by trade. She'll get the job done, and hopefully one of the hearth spirits in this place can point you towards the Ripper. Dealing with spirits can be tricky business, but when they deliver, it's pure platinum. One doesn't have to be a mere Indian shaman to summon and control spirits. Anyone with magic talent can do it. But Shannon seems to have a particular connection to the spirit world. As you approach the gate, you know something's not right. The docks, already strange and uncomfortable at night, trigger the need for caution. Then you see it. The guards are missing. The gate's been smashed in. I don't want a baseball bat. I don't need a baseball bat. Okay, so we got some medics. Let's make sure that everybody's equipped up. Okay, so you have a buff spell and a damage spell. What is this? Force 2 Nature Element Fetish. Summons a Force 2... Okay. The fetish is consumed when used. Alright. Good to know. Full Monty. If we have to do any long range, yeah, okay. Just making sure everybody's equipped up and it looks good. Where's her gun? Okay, well, it looks like you only have that. Alright, we confirm. About time you showed up. Looks like we weren't the only ones who wanted to take advantage of the situation. A bunch of mercs have locked down the area. I don't think they're here for us, though. My guess is there's something worth a bit of coin left in that warehouse. Any chance we can sneak past? Probably not. They've been doing regular patrols around the perimeter, and the front door looks like it's locked. Okay. Well, we are going to have to wait until next episode to do this mission. We got our crew. Hopefully it's a good one. I really hope it's a good one. Anyways, I do hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you'll join me again for another installment to Shadowrun Returns. But until then, please do be safe, everyone. Bye!